Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, this week has been plagued with problems, and none more than starting with what you see right here on my tablet. CashMagnet had an update, and oftentimes with CashMagnet updates you have problems and you can't log back in, which is what I had, and I had to uninstall and reinstall the app. And what I found is, there you have it. None of the games are available. It has nothing to offer me for this. Now, I did not have the same issue with my phone. Now, I have a number of other ones on the phone, and I did update it. Now, it does say it's not optimized for tablets, but it's never given me a problem running on it. So it's really odd that it just does not give me any games. So that's just one of the problems that I've experienced this week with the phone farm. There are a few others, but I did get some payments as well. Some of the other problems are, we're back with Fit Play, and over here we have Lucky Miner are still earning really low coins, even though they've been put onto new devices themselves. Still low coin earning. Golden Farmery, which is now running a U app, still no games recommended whatsoever on that. I do run CashMagnet on this phone here from time to time. That update went through fine. The one that I primarily run on the tablet, as you can see, it's been down here, it's been a few days since there's been any earnings. That's because I haven't been able to run it. So we're experiencing a few problems with a few apps. But like I said, payments have been coming in. Let's hit the books. We're going to start in. And just as I mentioned in my last week's video, my pending payments started to roll in. And they started to roll in about 24 hours later than normal. And that's okay. It's still paid in. Within 2 days, I had my gift cards. They came in on Sunday. AppStation for $5. Cash Alarm for $5. And Yolato came in on Monday for $1. Receipt Hog took a little longer to come in. And that $5 came in on Tuesday the 9th. Volcano, I finished up some videos there. I still have more to work on. But that was an easy, about an hour or so, I had a $5 cash out. It's just a matter of checking to see when you have movies to rate and stuff like that. I know a number of people in my live stream asked about this. You do have to be a United States resident. You have to have a physical address. You cannot use a P.O. box. They will not send it to you if you use a P.O. box address. Just know that they're going to send you it's a postcard. I've talked about it in the video before, and it will tell you what to do, where to log in, put it in. You can start earning before that, but until you get that PIN number, you cannot cash out. So be aware of that. And the rest of the week sits kind of like last week with a number of things in the pending. I am going to switch to a little earlier cash out time. That's why I'm going to let a few of these apps, the AppStation and Cash Alarm, generally they have another $5. They were just about at a $5 cash out, but I didn't want them to constantly sit in the pending. I want to try and clean up the accounting, so to say, so we can get back on with a steady about what each week can earn. So expect a little higher cash out next week. But we still do have a few pending ones here. CashMagnet, always pending. And with the current problems, let's hope that they start to pay. Every time CashMagnet does an update, they tend to have some issues. So just know that. AppFlame, $20 cash out. To be perfectly honest with you, I've been running apps on it, and I think I've just forgotten to look at the phone. And it's been a few weeks in looking back that AppFlame, nothing last week. And we will just jump back real quick, and we will see that AppFlame didn't. It's been since early March There you go, March 19th was the last payout. So I must have forgot to look at the app when I was doing it. So we're back, and they're still pending a $20 cash out. So there was a really nice cash out sitting there that was kind of unexpected. There was probably enough from AppFlame to do a $5 cash out each week. I don't know why I didn't look at it. And then Perk is finally coming around to a payment. It's been quite a while to get that $5 payment from Perk. I still am only running the two Vigil phones here, and I am doing the watch back, but that's generally only 25 cents per day, so it takes a little while to get to those Perk rewards. A number of people in the live stream said that their Perk was running well. I did switch over. I tried to run Perk word search on, I put it on 5 devices. I started them up, and all 5 devices were stuck in a frozen black screen within 3 minutes of running the device. It went through a couple of word searches, and to be perfectly honest with you, I don't know that anything was even earned with it because they froze up within 3 minutes. So still problems there. I might go back this week. I don't like to spend too much time redoing apps because that does take a lot of time. I want to get settled into a program that we can constantly see how well it's earning. The top board is doing fairly well with app-like apps. We're seeing 4, 5, 6 app-like apps running right there on the top board. I really could have one more, but that device did not have enough room to download the app. I don't know what the issue is. It, for some reason, just does not want to download on that device. It says I have enough, but as I go in, it tells me there's not enough room, so I just skip over it. So it's one phone down. Generally, it would be 7 devices running, and I'd like to get as much as 8 to have constantly running. If you have all your app-like apps on individual phones, like I should have started in the beginning, I didn't have 10 phones. You can run a 10-phone app-like farm with no problems. Just know that once you put them on the device, they often give you problems when trying to move them to new devices. The bottom board running Ulato, still running UTV. The other ones, not so much. I've kind of moved away to only with the UTV. There are a few on-the-go TV that I have mixed in throughout just as something a little different to see how well it is earning. And this past week, we'll look at Ulato's earnings of 71 cents. It's not a lot. Unfortunately, I have a good number of phones running it. There's 8 phones running it, so that comes to, under 10 cents a week right now. They don't always, not all these phones will always run it, but it is a fallback that allows me to just earn a little bit when I don't have some other stuff able to earn on it. That is always a good thing if you have the space on your phones. Don't rely just on one app. If you're having problems with an app, like with the CashMagnet, find something else to run on that device. Don't let the device just sit idle because you're having a problem. Even 10 cents here and there is something, because you never know. I'm not willing to give up on Ulato yet. It's super passive. I can leave these things running for days at a time and never have any problems with them. Low earnings, yes. Passive, yes. They always work. That is the big key, and that's why I keep them running. That's what really frustrates me with the perk apps themselves, is because they just don't want to run smoothly. If they worked, it'd be great. Even if there was a cap per day, I'd be good with that if they could constantly stay running. They just can't do it, whereas the Ulato apps can do the same thing and at least give me a little bit of earnings. It's not just a dead phone. So that's this week's wrap-up. Let's go through and we'll see all the pending payments other than the CashMagnet showed up at the end of the week. So last week was not a total washout. If I look at it, earnings were pretty low this week for new apps. New apps themselves were Volcano. Everything else this week was from pending of last week. Now, like I said, there was another $10 in App Station and Cash Alarm that could have been cashed out this week. I'm waiting till next week. I'm going to do all my app-like cash outs on Wednesday instead of on Thursdays, so maybe we can get a better view of what you can earn during the week. It's just a matter of finding that right time so that we don't have pending payments rolling over for the Saturday videos. I don't want to adjust the schedule. I think everybody's kind of got into that they check back on, see how the week went on Saturdays at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I don't want to change that. I'm flexible with some of the other stuff, but the weekly cash out, I think it's important to keep on the same week all the time, the same day. I'll modify the cash out time so we know exactly what hit. There is carryover. There will always be some sort of carryover because it is kind of pointless. Whereas I can cash out 71 cents, I don't like to. It's such a minimal amount that that type of stuff gets lost when I'm trying to do all my payments and stuff like that. I like to keep the Ulotto. I will cash out as low as $1. Perk, $5. I will do the app-like apps at $5 if it's available. I do like to go at a higher amount because you get a better exchange, but some of them would be like a once-a-month thing. I want to see, give everybody an idea of if you would cash out every week with these apps, what you could expect to make. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful week. I did have a good live stream, and I may do some more of them. They're not always the easiest thing as far as to get set up for me. They're easy to do. They're easy to go on. I like talking to my subscribers. The bad thing is YouTube really punishes you for doing so. Unfortunately, I've seen the viewership of a lot of my videos go down after a live stream, and it's not because people don't come back and watch the actual replay of the live stream itself. I think it has something to do with the way that YouTube actually recommends or pushes out your other videos to your subscribers, and unfortunately that does make a bit of difference in exactly how the channel is growing, how it's being done. So it's one of the things I do like to do because it is a nice engagement part. It is nice to see normally the same group of people come on and like to talk about what they're doing. There was a really good John Jara, thank you, in that live stream, put me on to Yahoo Play, an app that I'm going to talk about in a Tuesday video. And we're going to talk about some of the good things and some of the bad things that I just don't like about the app. But it is something that you can do on a primary phone. It's not a passive app, so I'm not including it here on the phone farming routine, because whereas active apps I feel are definitely in the phone farming community, there are stuff to do. It's just really hard to do them with multiple devices. And the multiple device one is what I really want to talk about for the phone farming videos. Other apps themselves I will talk about as supplemental, and they can definitely make a good bit of money. Same thing with some websites as well. There was a number of other recommendations that I should check out because they've changed a little bit and they might be worth a relook. So I will be going back and doing that, as well with some other product reviews and some update reviews. We're going to spin around real quick and I'm going to show you the office fish tank. It's running over here. I talked about the fish that were in there, and in an update video possibly this week we may be talking about some of the corals that were put in there. The tank is still very new and it is going through some algae issues, which is definitely par for the course for a saltwater tank. It will be a number of months. There is nothing fast about building a saltwater tank. So there's some product reviews coming. There's some new app reviews coming. There's going to be some more earning reports coming. So the channel pushes on to our 2-year anniversary coming up in June. It's been a really fun time to spend with everybody. It's been great to grow. The channel has definitely transformed. Starting off as a, really I was trying to do a lot of mobile gaming. And a lot of those videos did really well and actually still do perform pretty well but we moved into this making money with smartphones, and I kind of hit the channel kind of towards the end of that. But do know that, where 2 years ago you could make more money with the same devices you see here, it is possible. You see each week, even if it's $10 to $15 a week, that is still extra earnings that can make a difference when it comes to saving for Christmases, saving for birthdays, and stuff like that. This is not something you're going to get rich doing. It is something, it's a hobby that you can make money with. And it's a nice thing to talk about because every time people come over that haven't seen the phone farm, they walk into the office. My wife will have clients come over and they'll be, well, what is going on the wall over there? Why is there 20 smartphones hanging on a wall doing stuff? And it's, if I'm around, it's always great to talk to people, and it is a good conversation starter. It is a nice hobby to try and see what money you can make, and it also makes for I feel pretty good YouTube content because I like to talk about it, and I know a lot of my viewers, they like to ask questions. I like to be engaged with you all, and I thank you all for being such a great community. This is going to be the end of this week's wrap-up. We did fairly well. We still have some stuff on the pending list, but I hope to bring that down sooner rather than later. Hopefully CashMagnet will be back up and fixed. Still having the problems with them as we go and we look at the games. Let's see. Nope. Still no games recommended. All of them need to be uninstalled. So expect a follow-up for that next week. I will let you know how that goes, whether I found a fix or not. I thank you all for joining me. And as always, everyone, have a wonderful day.